There comes a moment in this life where you have to realize that nothing outside of you is coming to save you. Not a career, not a relationship, not a friendship, not a family member, not nothing. Nobody can help you, nobody can save you but you. You have to understand that it has to come from you. You have to be the source. And if it's not you, oh, you will be manipulated out of this world. So you need to do this work in order for you to kind of find your fitting in the bigger picture of things. In the grander scheme of things, you need to do the work to find your fitting. My name is Cheryl and welcome to One Intention. This is a podcast where we talk about mindset shift, personal development, and have the difficult conversations that we struggle to have out loud. The theme for this episode is the version of you that is required for each season. I know, because I'm also, as I said, the theme, I'm also thinking about I need to know that I am in a season. Like, first of all, besides having to understand that a different season needs a different version of me, I'm going to first need to know that I am in a different season. How do I recognize that? When do I know that I'm in a season? I need to know that, oh, this is a different season. Let me evaluate the season to understand what version of me it requires, what version of me I need to bring to the party in order to take the season forward. I didn't know that there was a version of me I needed to bring forward to move the season forward, to catch up with the next season and the next season and the next season. And it's a lot of work. It's actually a lot of work that can leave you paralyzed in your own sense of belonging. A very artificial, a very unrealistic and unstable sense of belonging, where you're just paralyzed by anxiety and not knowing what to do, where to go. The confusion could kill you. If confusion could kill, oh, I would have died. I would have died. Okay. Because the amount of confusion that had overwhelmed me in that season, I just couldn't understand. I just couldn't understand. Am I the problem? Is the situation the problem? Is my circumstances the problem? Where am I going wrong? How do I even know that I'm going wrong? But I don't know what. It was really overwhelming. Okay, that is the point. The point is it was really overwhelming. I wasn't happy. I wasn't not happy. I was just sort of empty and confused. There's no better way for me to sort of explain the feeling itself than to say I was empty and confused and had absolutely no way forward. And that's where the isolation kicked in. Because I thought I have been doing so much in this world. I've been everywhere. I've been doing it. I have been. I'm tired. I don't think there's anything else I want to try. I just want to rest. I know the fact that I had been pushed to the point of no return. I'd been pushed to take a back seat and just take a deep breath and surrender. That's a blessing and a curse. Because you don't know what you're surrendering into, but you know and you can feel that honestly at this point I've done so much. I have gone everywhere, done everything, nothing is working. I don't think this is even my dream. I don't even think I should this is my career. I don't think I should. And it just took isolation kicked in. And only in the isolation phase, you realize I didn't want to do any of the things that I was doing. Why did I do them? And for so long. I'm talking about myself. Okay. I've created this safe space so I can do this. So you kind of just ask yourself all these questions like, why did I do the things I never wanted to do? I was not enjoying. I didn't want to do. Those were just the defaults of the circumstances at the time. And I just kind of never really changed anything. I never really took it upon myself to challenge those circumstances, those decisions, those thoughts, the negativity or the positive ones. I just never done anything. Okay. I just sort of was existing and it was just vibes. You know how in one of the first episodes for this season, in one of the episodes, find it. I just don't remember what episode it is, where I talk about just not knowing what to do and how to do it. And I think it's about alignment and purpose. One of the episodes on the channel where you just don't know how to find this alignment. You don't know how to identify it. You don't know how to identify your purpose. You just kind of are existing and it's just vibes. I was there. I was there. And whether or not it was manufactured or it was a real space in time that I had to experience for me to get where I want to get to, we'll never know. It's just something that we'll never understand. But the point is, I was there. I had been put there. I'd been positioned in a place where I had to confront myself about the life I want to live, the decisions that I'm making, how much stagnation is in my life. What am I willing to do about that? What do I want? What is this life to me? You know? And it's not a nice place to be. But then you get to realize that, you had come from very different circumstances, very, very different background, very different life experience that had kind of shaped you into a person with extremely low self-esteem. I had extreme low self-esteem. It was embarrassing to process after because I was like, what? I had low self-esteem because I what? What did I think was wrong with me? For me to decide that I'm not worthy, oh my God. A moment of silence for my embarrassment. But realizing that I had low self-esteem, I had no boundaries. In all of that, I had absolutely no reason why I decided that. It was just conditioning. More than anything, I believe it was conditioning. And yeah, my conditioning was, it's not for you. It's for people who are better than you. I decided that. So I decided that there are people who are better than me. I decided that. No one told me that. You see why it's embarrassing? Yeah. It's going to be embarrassing for you too. The same way it was embarrassing. Well, it is embarrassing for me. Okay. Deciding to put other people first before you. Not having boundaries, being a people pleaser, just being all over the place and confused and everywhere and doing everything. It's so overwhelming to not know yourself. It's so overwhelming to just go with the vibes. It's so overwhelming to just exist in life. It's so overwhelming to not understand what it is you want to do with your life. It's a very different kind of overwhelmingness because it's painful. It's very haunting. Well, mine was. I'm pretty sure yours is too. So we're gonna say it is. It's so overwhelming. It's exhausting. And I understand why people chase money. Because the minute you replace all of that emptiness and all that overwhelming with a goal that is very, very, like extremely rewarding, all your problems are gone. Oh, money is an extremely, extremely important reward. So when you have all of that going on and you have no idea where to go, you have no idea what to do, you just cannot handle that paralysis anymore, rather chase money. If you don't want to do the work, okay, there's an option. I know people think, oh my gosh, personal development, building your character, I don't want to do that. There is an option for you. We don't all have to do the same thing. If you don't chase money, all your problems will go away. Okay? Because ultimately, all of us are kind of looking for that reward. We're kind of, but if for most people, it has to be meaningful. And most people, myself included. So if it's not meaningful, we just kind of feel like it's lacking something. We are lacking something. There is a void, right? But there are people who don't care about that meaningfulness. Chase money. Go after money. Make money. All your problems will go away. You never have to do the work. And every time somebody tells you that you've got no essence, you have no depth, you have no character, you have no personality, you have nothing, you can just always tell them, I have money. I got cash. I have more money than you. That holds weight. That holds weight. And I'm not throwing shade. I know you guys are going to think I'm throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just making a practical example that works. So you can always say, I have more money than you. I don't need character. I don't need, anything from the morality of things. I don't need to build my character. I don't need to do personal development. I don't need to build myself into this way and that one. I don't need to find myself. I have money. In that same breath, choosing to build your character or bring some depth and essence to who you are, or bringing a different version of yourself to a different season in your life, we have to also understand that growth is extremely demanding. And growth demands the parts of you that you refuse to surface. And you are going to have to allow them to resurface. You're going to have to bring them to the surface, confront them, address them, unpack them, process all of that. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. Allow yourself to go through the motions and understand your triggers and everything in between in order for you to step to the other side of knowing that all of that stuff that you've been repressing and running from has no power on you, has absolutely no power over you at all. You see how exciting this is? Okay, I know it's easier said than done. And when you practice it, it's even worse straining. But on the other side, listen, I'm not lying. Okay, I am not lying. And I know you guys know that I'm not lying. I know you know. You know how I know? Because I know you're adults. And you know how I know? I know because you've tuned in. And you're still watching up to this point. You see, don't test me. Anyway, growth is extremely demanding, and growth demands adaptation. Okay, you are not building from nothing. You are not adapting from nothing. You're not reinventing the wheel. No. See, that's where the work becomes easy. That's where it becomes a little bit easier for you to kind of assess, adapt, and assimilate and kind of integrate yourself into an already existing great system where you can find your fitting, you can find your way, you can find yourself. And from there, I promise you, it doesn't become easy, but I promise you it becomes less frustrating because you found your path. You have found your path. And the next important thing for you to find on your path is your momentum, movement. You need to just unpack and allow your growth to guide you into your path, into your purpose, into a better, brighter version of yourself, into a greater journey. Create the best life experience for yourself. And in that case, my parting short, define who you're becoming. Define it. Do it out loud. Record yourself. Write it down. Make it so real and so big and vivid that it's always in your mind. Imprint that into your mind. Define who you're becoming. Who are you becoming? Who around you do you not want to be like? Maybe start there for the first few steps. Who do you not want to be like? And I'm not talking about being rich or beautiful or whatever. I'm talking about character. I'm talking about depth, essence. Define who you are becoming. That's a very simple step. I'm going to trust you guys with this. Okay? I need you guys to go back, sit, and define who you're becoming.